Hey y'all, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. So today's going to be a pick a card reading and we're going to go into it and see what it is that you need to change right now in your life. All right. So as usual, two groups to choose from. Timestamps are in the description box below. So we're going to get into it for group one. I already pre-shuffled the cards, so I didn't look at them yet, but I'm going to turn them over now. Here are the cards. I'm using my intuitive deck. So, thank you guys for joining me. Hopefully everybody is doing well today. Hopefully your day or night is going well so far. So let's get into it. Spirit guides, what does group one need to change right now in their life? What does group one need to change right now in their life? Let's see. So for you guys, group one, I feel like you guys have a big heart. You like to give to your family, to your friends, to those that you care about. You like to give yourself and give a lot of yourself. And I feel like sometimes you give to the point of exhaustion. You give to the point of feeling depleted sometimes, and it's okay. There's no judgment. I used to be the same way, so I get it and I completely understand. Yeah. I feel like you guys do a lot for other people. Like like I said, because you guys have a big heart and because you care. So I feel like Spirit is saying that you guys should work on putting up boundaries for yourself in regards to helping other people in your life, no matter if they are a spouse, your child, your mother or father, your grandmother, your close friends, or whatever. This message is for those who feel like they're exhausted. Like if you feel like you're exhausted and you feel like you're always helping someone every single day or majority of the days of the week, then this message is for you, group one. As far as what you need to change in your life is putting up boundaries, and learning how to say no sometimes. Okay. And I know it can be hard, especially if, these are people in your life. These are people that you see every day. But just remember that, well, it depends on your situation. But if you have other people in your life that are able to help these people, then it's not like you're the only option for them to receive help from. You know what I mean? So, yeah, take a break from giving so much of yourself and helping people so much. And I say this not to say that you need to be selfish, but it's a form of self-care. It's a form of loving yourself, because if you're giving all your energy and your time to other people, and especially if it's on an everyday basis or majority of the days of the week, and you're not giving nothing to yourself, then there's a imbalance within your life. So this is a strong message saying that this is a lesson that you guys need to learn right now, is that you guys need to work on putting up your boundaries. I feel like this is something that you have done your whole life, where you had to be the person to help people, to help other people in your family or your loved ones, the close people around you. Yeah. So, and I know it might be uncomfortable, but just start small with this change. So, maybe just start like okay, so this is how you can work on it, is do some self-reflection. So whatever day it is, so if it's Thursday today, take a week to observe your energy and where you are putting your energy where are you putting your time and your effort into? And I understand for people who got kids, if you're a caretaker for your grandparents or your parents or something like that, I understand that. So, just reflect on those days, like write it down. So say today, Thursday, I had to help my kids with this and this and that. But also today, my mother called me because she needed help with this. But then, my sister called me because, she didn't know how to do this. So I had to help her, blah, blah, blah. So just think about all those people that you help on a daily basis and write those different things down as far as who you helped and what did you need to help them with and how long it took you to help them. And then at the end of the day, see how you feel. Do you feel exhausted? Do you feel tired? Or do you feel uplifted? Do you feel fulfilled at the end of the day? You know what I mean? So while you're doing that self-reflection for the week, you can see how much time and energy is going into other people versus going into you. So another thing you can write too is write down how much time you're able to spend with yourself. And like I said, I know everybody's situation is different. And I know if you got kids, it's not going to be as easy to maybe put boundaries up. But if you have a spouse, if you have friends, if you have people that you can trust that can help you do certain things, I would say reach out for help with that. Okay. But yeah, so big message for you guys, group 1, is to work on putting your boundaries up with helping people so much. And then put more focus into self-care, self-love for yourself. Okay. So you guys could be a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. Okay. Or you could be an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo. Okay. I'm hearing you could also be a Taurus. So yeah, just take that into account. Just think about it and see where all your time and energy is going into, because, if you feel like you're in a crappy mood, or you feel like you don't want to do stuff and things like that, and you feel like you don't know what it is, and you feel like you can't shake off this feeling of like yuck, it could be because you're giving so much time and energy into other people, especially if you're like someone who you give advice to for your family or your friends or things like that. It's like if they're sharing their feelings and their life story with you, that energy is coming on to you. You know what I mean? So it's like, are you able to get that same energy in return? Like, are you able to speak with these other people that you're giving advice to? Are you able to use them as an outlet as they are using you as an outlet, Or is it always you're the one who has a listening ear, or you're the one who's always helping, or you're the one that's always going out of your way to help them or to go pick them up or whatever? Just think about that. Okay. All right, let's get into it with this deck here. Spirit, guides, angels, ancestors, higher self. What does group 1 need to change in their life right now? What does group 1 need to change in their life right now? Wow. Okay. What does group 1 need to change in their life right now? Okay, that fell out. Yeah. Yeah. What does group 1 need to change? Okay, they just falling out, boy. All right. So, you guys could be a Scorpio. You could be a Cancer as well. Just take whatever resonates. You also could be a Pisces. Like, I feel like all the signs are here, honestly. So whatever your sign is, this message is for you. Just take whatever resonates. But yeah, you definitely need to work on changing. Okay, so how, like I said, you have a big heart, you care for people, you like to help people, things like that. So just self-reflect and think, are you giving that same compassion and care and kindness and support and time to yourself? Are you able to give that to yourself on a daily basis? Or are you giving all of your effort, all of your time, all of your love, all of your patience, all of your listening ear, things like that? Are you giving all of that to somebody else? And even if it's for a good reason, it's like you just have to self-reflect and think, is this something that's balanced for me in my life where I'm getting the same love, compassion, energy in return from other people and for myself? Or is it just me always giving out, giving out? So what I'm hearing is that you guys need to work on being more in your feminine energy, work on receiving, work on asking for help if you need help. It's nothing wrong with asking for help. I'm sure you have at least one person in your life that you trust and you can reach out to them for help, to take some of the weight off of your shoulders here. Okay. But, this is a good thing that you're someone who is very sympathetic, you're empathetic, and you're compassionate about others. But just make sure that you're giving this compassion and love and care to yourself as well. Okay, group 1. So that was your reading. So let's get into it for group 2. All right, let me just shuffle these real quick. All right, so group 2, this is your reading, and we're going to see what it is that you need to change right now in your life. So haven't looked at the cards. I pre-shuffled and I'm pulling them out now. Okay. So what does group 2 need to change about their life? So I am hearing for you guys, group 2, you guys need to communicate more about the things that make you uncomfortable. Like when you're in a situation with another person and they make you feel some type of way, or they did something to you that made you feel uncomfortable or triggered you in some type of way. I feel like that's something that you need to change, is to work on speaking up for yourself and talking about those things in a healthy, sorry, y'all, I thought I heard something. Talk about these things in a healthy and respectful way. Okay. Because I know sometimes when you're confronting someone, it's not always comfortable. It's not always received well. And that's okay. I feel like us as people, we're always trying to run away from the bad. We're always trying to run away from the negative, and the stuff that's like uncomfortable. But I feel like the reason why we have so many issues and problems and reoccurring cycles in this life is because we always running away from what needs to be fixed. You know what I mean? And then this cycle repeats either in your life, or this type of behavior is now passed down to your kids, or, to your nieces and nephews, your godchildren that see you and things like that, or see the example that you're leaving based on how you operate when it comes to uncomfortable situations. So Spirit is saying what you need to change right now is work on speaking up during uncomfortable situations, or whenever you feel uncomfortable. Maybe you're someone who already does that and you speak up when you feel uncomfortable about certain situations and things like that. But maybe you're someone who can be impulsive about your response, or about your response. So you may be reacting whenever you're uncomfortable instead of responding. So when you respond, you're able to take a second to reflect on what the situation is and figure out what's the best way to communicate, what you're feeling in this situation, instead of trying to maybe win an argument or try to be right or whatever. Just see how you can get through the situation where everybody can win in this situation. And I know it may not be easy, because the person on the other end might not be accepting of criticism, or they may be uncomfortable or get triggered when confronted with something that they did wrong or something that you may have an issue with, and that's okay. But this is coming up for a reason. So this message must be for somebody out there, group 2. So, big on communication, because I feel like you're someone who probably, I feel like some of you guys are able to speak about it, but it doesn't necessarily go the way you want it to most times, maybe because of the reaction that you have, and that's okay. We all have our moments. There's no judgment here. And then I feel like others of you guys, group two, may hold back your feelings and you may bottle it up. And then, you know, it may get released, like these bottled up emotions may get released in times where it shouldn't be, you know, like you may, what is it called? You may, yeah, like you may have like an outburst or something like that because you're holding all these things in, you know what I mean? So yeah, work on that. That's something I had to work on too, with people in my life and my connections that I have with, you know, all different types of people. I feel like I've been doing better with that. You know, I'm a work in progress as well, just like you guys. So, you know, this is what I'm saying. There's no judgment, and, you know, we all gonna get through this together. Okay. So let's keep going. Let's see. Spirit, God's ancient answers, higher self. What does group two need to change right now in their life? What does group two need to change right now in their life? Yeah. What does group two need to change right now in their life? What does group two need to change right now in their life? What does group two need to change right now in their life? Yeah. So I feel like for you guys, you may have issues with speaking up to your siblings about maybe an issue that you may have with them. Or it can also be that you may have issues speaking up to a certain friend group or someone within your friend group about certain issues that you have. So I feel like it could be difficult because the love is there, you know, whether it's a sibling or whether it is a friendship that you have, the love is there. You know, the love I feel like is reciprocated on both sides. But I feel like things are not as they seem. Like I feel like if you're someone who holds things in and you don't really say things, you know, like to confront certain things, I feel like you may have a certain mindset of it going all the way left or going totally wrong. And you may have like the worst case scenario that's running through your head about how things will work out if you do confront them. Okay. So, and that's okay, you know, because when you do new things or when you haven't tried new things or when you do new things, I know sometimes that can be difficult. So I get it for sure. Okay. But this is something that needs to be changed and worked on. Nothing that has to be changed right away or tomorrow or next week. Just something to reflect on. Just start working on changing. Start working on slowly speaking up about things that make you uncomfortable. Okay. Like even if it's with yourself, like even if you're by yourself and, you know, you're driving or something and somebody cuts you off, or you're in a store and, you know, maybe somebody was like in your space or whatever, and you feel triggered or you feel uncomfortable and you don't say something about it. Just think about how that person made you feel. Think about what feelings come up from that. And then maybe just reflect on how you would approach this person, how you would approach this stranger if you had to confront them. Like what things would you say, like I said, in a respectful way, okay? Because the end goal is that there's a win-win for both sides, you know. For their side, it's like because honestly, for the other person that you may have an issue with, they might not even know that they're doing this behavior or whatever they're saying to you is affecting you or making you feel uncomfortable. They might not even know. So by you also holding back and not saying anything, that could also be holding them back from changing and transforming whatever their behavior is. Like I said, if they are the type of person that is receptive to criticism and is open to hearing someone else's point of view and someone else's perspective. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Is it making sense, y'all? I feel like I'm a little all over the place, but So yeah, that's pretty much the gist of your message, group 2. Okay, so the signs we have is Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, Taurus, Pisces. We have Virgo. And that's all I'm getting right now. Don't necessarily have to be your sign, but this is what is coming up. All right. All right, group 2. That was your reading. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.